Hi, this is Karen from White Willow. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a papaya tree. Now, papaya trees are new to me, so I am learning as I'm teaching you as well. So hopefully any of these tips might help you. This papaya tree is about 8 months old, so it has grown a lot. It was just a little bitty thing that I was afraid that was going to get mowed over when I first got it. There's a couple things that I've recently learned about papaya trees, and that is when they're a new seedling, they need 10-10-10 fertilizer. When they become a teenager and a sapling, then they become in more need of that phosphorus. So then at the end, when they're at this age, they're going to need more potassium. So it's going to go 10-10-10, 10-20-10, and then 10-10-20 is the ideal fertilizer for them. I don't have 10-10. I have 10-10-10, and I have 3-5-6. So what I'm going to put in here is the 3-5-6. I haven't really fertilized it. I stuck it in the ground and just left it. It's grown a lot, but I just don't feel like I have cared for it. So I am going to just take these off that have some black spot on it. You can see the black spot. This is a fungus that papaya trees get. I'm taking the ones off that have the black spot or are dead. And that one might be dead because I might have hit it with the mower. This one has a little black spot on it as well. So it's okay if it looks starting to look a little gnarly. I don't want any of this black spot spreading through the plant. So there's two things you really need to watch out for with the papayas, and it's the black spot fungus. Papaya wasps, they will get into the fruit and into the stem and they will lay their eggs. And literally you just have to chop that limb off because everything I've read on it is that they will just multiply exponentially. So for this guy right here, since I kind of ignored him, since I put him in the ground, I'm going to go ahead and just cut this grass out from around it because I had somebody mowing the lawn and they kept beating it with the weed eater, and I just don't want to damage the trunk because then you're opening yourself up for a lot of bugs and issues. So I'm going to cut around this and really dig this up so it has a little space. My leg's in the way. It has a little space between the grass and the trunk. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. So I kind of cleaned this area out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the fertilizer around the bottom of it. I didn't bring my measuring cup, so I'm just going to use my hand. Another thing papayas are really grow better in is warm heat. They have to have sunlight. This one gets a little shade in the morning. In the summer, it's like full on heat. In fact, this gets very droopy in the summertime, so I have to water it more often. It does like water, but it likes to have draining soil. So they're really not that picky, even though I'm making it sound like they are. But they're really, really, really well producing. They will give you a huge return on your dollar. So that's one of the reasons I decided to try a papaya. I've been always into vegetable gardening. I really haven't been into trees too much. So I have this and a fig. And the fig, the first year, grows like crazy. It puts out a lot of figs. The fig trees are a little different because they only produce fruit on the new growth. So the old branches, you will not get any fruit on, unlike apples where they only grow on the old branches, not the new branches. So you want to have an established tree before you grow apples. In Florida, it takes a few years to really get them started. I'm going to just show you that I covered the fertilizer with some good soil. So again, I used the 356. That's what I had. I didn't have anything that was 10, 10, 20. I do have 10, 10, 10, and I may top that off in a couple weeks with a little 10, 10, 10, just to give it a boost. It does look like I have some fruit on here. So I'm super excited, and I don't even really want to say anything because I'm afraid. It's really short. It's not a tall tree. Like you can see that this is, it's only a foot above me. But it's been really hardy, and I do think I'm going to cut this branch off too. I just don't want any of those black spots on it. Let me see if I can give you a better look of those black spots. You see them? Those will spread on the leaves to the next leaf, to the next leaf, to the next leaf. So it looks pretty naked from here up, but they get really tall. I did not look up papayas in my Grow a Little Fruit Tree book. I may have to do that. That's a great book to how to almost bonsai your fruit trees so that you don't have to wait for them to fall off or climb up, 100 feet just to get your papaya off the tree. So I may see if papayas are part of that Grow a Little Fruit Tree. I know you can do it with apples and cherries and all sorts of other plum trees, but I haven't read anything on papayas in my Grow a Little Fruit Tree book. So check that out on my books, my favorite books, in another video. Do you see the flowers and the buds here? This is so exciting. So this flower will turn into a fruit. So that is the beginning of my papaya. Again, this is about 8 months old, and it's maybe up to my collarbone, but it's not that big, and it's already starting to produce. So I'm hoping, since I'm giving it a little TLC here with the fertilizer and a little soil and taking off those bad leaves, that we're going to see those flowers produce into a fruit. So I'm super excited. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure your papayas get plenty of sunshine. 10, 10, 10 at the beginning, 10, 20, 10, and then 10, 10, 20 as it's a mature tree. Go ahead and get it cleaned up, get it watered well, get it in good draining soil. These don't do really great in pots, but you can do it. I'm in Central Florida. This is the best time to grow your papayas, and you will have a great return. As always, thank you for watching White Willow.